The Bloodhowler Werewolf from Lowe's. This animatronic is made by Haunted Living. It might be a techie prop, I'm not totally sure. And we don't know too much about this guy besides what we've seen in the store. The box has like no information on here besides that the cord length is 10 foot. No one needs to know this stuff. The prop is 7 foot tall. He leans back like a werewolf. His arms open up and his mouth moves with his eyes that also light up. We're gonna open this box and see what kind of parts he's got in here. I also have a couple more Lowe's unboxings coming out soon. All right, this box is full of stuff. First thing being the massive base. I don't know what type of build we're getting into here, but I've seen him in the store and he's pretty big. Instructions, some fabric. This might just be a shirt or pants. I think it's the pants. Pretty big hip loop. It's not like insanely big yet. There might be another one in here. Now this shoulder bracket is huge. One of the feet. This almost looks like a Yeti, the way it's white. It has a huge hole on the bottom and a little slit right here. Paint overall looks really good. The other one is the exact same thing. This is definitely going to be the shirt. Look at the IR sensor right there. One of the arms, and it has the hand on here. Look at those nails. And they're posed open, which looks really cool. And here's a hand comparison. The other one looks to be the exact same. This is what they look like side by side. Even more clothing. This is crazy. 3 bags. All right, let's check out his head. We know this is what everyone's wanting to see. This reminds me of the Howling Werewolf from Spirit, the way this jaw moves. It is a latex. I don't see any plastic on here at all, besides the under layer of it. A fork cut connector with a cotter pinhole and 2 wires coming out. This looks like a back support pole. Power adapter, which is a 5.9 volt 3 amp. This is what it looks like. And there is 1 motor, actually 2. And it looks like one of these is controlling multiple different things here. Very interesting mechanism, a couple springs on it, and it has the control box. The last thing in here is the weirdest looking leg poles I've seen yet. This is the mess, and we're gonna lay it out and make it look better. Here's an overview of all the parts, starting with his head, both arms and hands, the back support piece, the main mechanism with the control box, the base, shoulder piece, hip loop, instructions, power supply, 2 weird looking zigzag leg poles, the shoes, which are his feet, underlayer of clothing, the pants, and the shirt. Starting the build off with this huge base, we have these leg poles, both labeled C. They are the same exact thing. And those are gonna go in like this. And the instructions recommend to put the shoes on first. Shoes, feet, whatever you want to call them. But since the hole on them is so big, it doesn't really matter. Which you'll see, this will easily go over the zigzag. And then make sure that this slit piece goes over the hook, like right there. And you'll know because it doesn't move too far. And then we're gonna put the pants on, and the step after that is a little weird. We haven't seen this in an animatronic before, at least one that I've unboxed. So they're not using leg foam. They have an underlayer of fabric that we're gonna push in after this. This is what it looks like. You open it up, and it's like a big circle, and this is gonna go down into each leg. There is 2 of these. Putting on the main mechanism now, I'm gonna slide this hip loop up and over before I connect these snap locks. Before I snap lock those in now, I'm gonna spin this around. It only goes on one way, and connecting those in. Now for the snap locks, you wanna line them up evenly and give it a little bit of a wiggle. That was not evenly, but in this case, it's gonna work. After that's on, these pants are gonna come up over the hip loop, And I like how it goes under the spring mechanism here so it doesn't get caught. And this is how he looks so far. Next piece after the pants is the shoulder guard that goes into the 2 slots on the sides. And spinning him around, there is a fork hook connector, and that is where the back plate goes on. Onto the shirt, there is Velcro on the back. It doesn't go all the way up, it goes about halfway. And throwing this over, once that's all the way on, we're gonna feed arms up the sleeves. It's important to go up and not from the top down. These arms are fork hook connectors too. And they slide up the sleeve surprisingly well. And there is a Velcro point on the wrist. I don't feel it yet, so I'm just gonna connect the fork hook. Now his arm's connected in. It's not gonna be easy to show the fork hook connector since the Velcro doesn't go very high up his back, but super easy, you just gotta feel for it. And we're gonna do the same thing with the other arm. There's Velcro over here as well. The final step is putting his head on. There's 2 wires that I'm gonna drop down, and then this is a fork hook connector, just like pretty much everything else on this entire build. And he's in the up position right now. I think when we plug him in, he's gonna go back down. I'm gonna pull this sticker off as well for the IR sensor. We're gonna get in the back and connect the wires. While we're in the back connecting wires, I am gonna quickly plug the power cord in and then screw it in as well. The modes are on, off / try me, and then the sensor mode only. This is a foot pad, step pad jack, and the volume control. I'm gonna turn mine all the way up. And now getting to the connectors, which we're plugging in. We're looking for red and yellow for his head. And then the IR sensor. And I think that's all the cables back here. This is super easy of a build, surprisingly for how big he is. Anyway, we're gonna turn him around and be on to the demo.
Ignites my primal urge to hunt.
Overall, comparing this to my last video, which was the 8-foot troll animatronic from Home Depot, this build is so much easier for such a big prop. This only had a couple pieces, and I built him up within like 15 minutes, and he is priced at $330, which is pretty expensive, but you gotta keep in mind his arms move, his whole body leans back, as well as his head, the mouth moves, and the eyes light up. On top of that, his 7-foot size. I think this animatronic is super cool, and if you guys want to buy him, the link will be in the description. He's sold at Lowe's this year, once again for $330. So check out the link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.